Hello and welcome to the Friday edition of the United Front. My name is Ras. Hey, wow, what did you think about that game? Manchester United versus Spurs. First game back after the pandemic. And did it meet your expectations? Are you happy with the score? What was the score? It was 1-1, right? Steven Bergwijn scored. And Bruno Fernandes, obviously for Manchester United, equalized from a penalty spot where Pogba was fouled in the penalty box by Dyer. I'll tell you what I think. I thought that game was really it was interesting. It was interesting because kind of weird to see a game without any fans. So that was a little bit different. But in addition to that, I just think tactically, Solskjaer definitely is growing in that role, right? As a Manchester United manager. It was clear to see that Solskjaer wanted to win more than Mourinho. Why do I say that? Very simple. Manchester United had 61% of the possession. Spurs had 39%. Spurs are the home team. Well, how do you have 39% at home? And this is, you're fighting for top four. Well, I'll tell you why. That's because Mourinho has noticed how great or how strong of a team Manchester United are. And in addition to that, Mourinho really was happy with the point. He was the happier of the two managers with the point. And I say that's because Mourinho only made 2 subs, right? He was happy with sitting back and defending. And those players, Spurs players, defended with their lives. I'm telling you, they were there. I mean, it was crazy. Solskjaer, on the other hand, made 5 subs. He took advantage of the 5-sub rule. Typically, it's only 3 subs. Today, we're able to use 5, and they're going to use 5 for the rest of the season. Solskjaer was looking for those opportunities. That's because he was trying to find a way to unlock Spurs, who were very, very stubborn in defense, right? And we finally brought on Pogba, who replaced Fred. And as soon as we brought on Pogba in the second half, you could tell that right there the game was going to be changed because Pogba was hungry. You could see it, right? You could feel it. He was hungry, and he was taking players on. I mean, he was making his trademark long-range passes, almost like Paul Scholes, not quite, but he looked really, really good. And it was Pogba that won the penalty that resulted to Bruno's equalizer. And obviously, Bruno, finished that, like Bruno does, really, really well. I am telling you, I'm very, very excited to see that partnership between Pogba and Bruno. And I'll be very shocked if Pogba and Bruno don't start on Wednesday. Why? That's because Sheffield United is who we play. And Sheffield United play a counter-attacking style very, very similar to what Spurs did against United today. We did not have an opportunity to unlock Spurs. Yes, Martial had a shot, that was partially blocked by Dyer. And then Martial had another shot that could have, gone in and had it not been for a really, really great save by Lloris. Rashford looked a little bit slower. He needs to get back into momentum. Truthfully speaking, he looked a little bit tired. I don't blame him. He's had a lot going on here recently. Fred played really, really well. Fred, right? He did great. Lindelof, this is where I think Lindelof played okay. It would have been great to have Bailey in during that goal that Steven Bergwijn scored, simply because Bailey is quick and would have helped cover for Maguire. But overall, really, really excited that McTominay had an okay game. Matic came in later on. Daniel James was replaced by Greenwood, and Greenwood, look, that kid is lively. He looked really good, and I'm excited that Solskjaer continues to give him those opportunities. No chance for Lingard or any of those other guys, right? But really, really excited overall in terms of what I saw. That's a very, very difficult game to go out there and try to beat a team that is as defensive as Spurs were today. One thing that I want to talk about in terms of the Spurs goal, right? Roy Keane is out there. He was one of the pundits, and he, after the game, and he was basically berating De Gea. He talked about how he should have saved that goal. He talked about how he would fight him and all of that simply because of the mistakes that he's been making. Look, here's what I agree with from Keane. Yes, we expect more from De Gea. Why? That's because we've seen the best of De Gea in the past. Another why? Because he is the highest paid player at Manchester United. With that being said, we cannot forget the fact that De Gea has not played for 3 months plus, just like the rest of the players. And that shot by Steven Bergwijn was unbelievable. I mean, it was a laser. Look, I've never been a goalie. Actually, I have, but that was in indoor soccer over 30 league, and I wasn't drunk then. I got drunk later. But either way, it's very, very difficult to see those balls coming at you that hard. And De Gea actually made one spectacular save from Son. I mean, Son Ming, whatever his name is, right? He was able to hit a header that was going all the way in the top right-hand corner or left of De Gea. And he missed that shot because De Gea was literally flying. I mean, that was amazing. It was awesome save. So, Roy Keane, please, don't forget that. In addition to that, I understand that, you have very, very high expectation. This is not coming at you. You're a legend, and I respect you. This show is about United Front, meaning it's about bringing fans, and we'll consider you a fan now because you're no longer playing for Manchester United, right? These criticisms are not helping when we have 8 games left, and we have Bruno Fernandes, and we have Paul Pogba, and we have others. We have the whole Manchester United universe trying their best to get to the top 4 so that we can secure that Champions League spot, especially not knowing what's going to happen in the Europa League when there's only 1 leg instead of 2 legs, and if we miss, if we play a game and we lose and we're out. So we need as much encouragement. The players need as much encouragement. We need as much positivity as possible, to move the team forward. So overall, just want to say super excited. We play Sheffield Wednesday on Sheffield Wednesday. Why do I keep calling them Wednesday? Sheffield United, and that game should be exciting simply because Sheffield United is 2 points behind Manchester United, Sheffield United are in 6th, and Sheffield United also have 1 game in hand. In addition to that, we've got Wolves, who are 3 points behind Manchester United, and they're behind Sheffield United. And Wolves, if Wolves win their game, they will tie. They'll be in the same spot as Manchester United because lots of exciting stuff going on. I mean, it was a really, really great game. For those that watched it, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again for attending. Take a look at what else is going to be coming up very soon. Make sure that you check out the papers and see what's being said. Other than that, please make sure that you like, subscribe. I'm out.